Welcome to Miss Liz and Gas. We have some update news on Youth5 Services. Youth5 Services has partnered with the Prince William school system to implement and develop a job readiness mentoring program. And it's going to happen right here in Prince William County. Our goal is to partner with the businesses, the community, to develop a job center for the homeless, the unemployed, and individuals transitioning from the courts, from out of the court system, from JDC, which is the juvenile detention system. You will see hands-on right here with Miss Liz and Gas. Our theme is job creation and education. So we're asking you to help us make this happen. You can join Miss Sharon Henry, who is the Executive Director of the Education Foundation, and she's also the Supervisor of Business and Community Engagement. So I'm asking you to come on, go with me and meet her at the Edward Kelly Learning Education Center right here in Manassas. You will see a dynamite and very professional woman with integrity, with personal touch of humanity. And she is going to assist Youth5 Services to help put the spark back into our youth as they learn job training with Youth5 Services. Today I have a very special person with me, Miss Sharon Henry. And Miss Sharon Henry wears many, many hats. But her specialty is, let's say, humanity. This woman knows how to be professional, personal, and we're going to have an in-your-face interview with her, finding out all of her secret techniques on how she balances these many hats and keep everything going. Right?
That's right. I'm going to do my best. Yes, absolutely.
I understand that you have, you are the Executive Director of the Education Foundation. Mm-hmm. What are your responsibilities as Executive Director?
Well, that's a great question, Ms. Liz. Thank you for asking me. First of all, I'd like to tell you that our organization is called SPARK.
SPARK, okay.
And I think SPARK pretty much says it all.
Okay.
SPARK is an acronym.
Yes.
That actually came after the name SPARK. SPARK was first, and then we developed the acronym around it. We like the energy that SPARK had.
I can understand that.
Yes. So SPARK actually stands for Supporting Partnerships and Resources for Kids.
Wow.
So that's a lot of what we do. Right there in that one little tagline.
Yeah.
We support partnerships and resources. We bring partnerships to Prince William County school students. Mm-hmm. We bring resources to Prince William County school students. When I say resources, I say things like in-kind donations, mm-hmm. services, mm-hmm. mentoring, tutoring, program support. Mm-hmm. We also, in my role as the director of the foundation, I work with businesses to secure financial donations for programs that we would like to have in our schools, but mm-hmm. don't necessarily have the ability to pay for ourselves. Okay. So we engage the business community.
Okay. Now, that comes under another title. That's like the business.
That's actually under the director of the foundation.
Okay.
So the foundation is, if you think of it this way, is the fundraising arm of Prince William County Public Schools. Mm-hmm. And in terms of the partnership piece, that is more the school-to-business partnerships that exist in all of our 92 schools, mm-hmm. and that is the community and business engagement office.
That's the other leg.
It's the other leg. However, the overarching umbrella, if you will, mm-hmm. that supports all of these initiatives is the Community and Business Engagement Office.
All right.
So that
And I understand you're the supervisor.
I am.
See, I told you the one.
I am.
Well, she
I
took
am.
off one hat and she put on the next one. Tell me what you do with as the supervisor for that.
Well, again,
This is-
that's securing businesses to work with our schools, to educate them. My role is really to work with the mini-me's in all of our schools. All of our
Right.
schools have what they call a partnership coordinator.
All right.
And that person is tasked with working with businesses to bring them into the schools. Or we don't just say businesses here. I would say it's businesses / community organizations.
I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
So folks like yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a partnership
Right.
by which we do business together.
Right.
And then I can tell our schools, you might want to reach out to the Youth Outreach Services to see what they can do to assist you with some of the goals that you may have that exist in your schools.
That sounds great, and we love doing that.
Yeah.
We
So
love
it's a
it.
big education role. My role is to, if you think of it this way, is to connect the dots.
Right.
I know the organizations that want to work with our schools. I know what our schools need. So my job is to bring those people together.
Give me an example. Give me an event that
Absolutely.
you just did.
Absolutely. We're very proud to have in our school division every year the Superintendent's Business Breakfast.
Tell me about that.
That's a great opportunity for businesses to get a little bird's eye view of what goes on in Prince William County schools. There is our keynote speaker for that event is Dr. Stephen Waltz. He's the superintendent of schools.
Okay.
We invite business leaders, we invite community leaders to come in and have breakfast with the superintendent. We invite folks that have received grant money from the foundation to come in and display what their grant has done in their particular school. We have all kinds of opportunities for the business community to connect with the schools.
It's showing how the partnership and the community, the businesses, and even the individuals are affected through the whole process.
Absolutely.
Wow.
It brings everybody together so we can all, it's a multi-layered event, if you will, because it's the superintendent talking to the business community, but it's also the business community learning firsthand and seeing firsthand where their money, their donations, their resources go in our schools.
So, in doing this, you are really like showing how Prince William County school system is the reason why they are one of the best in the community.
Absolutely.
I understand. I did some statistics on that. Okay. I found out that they are rated as one of the best in nationwide too.
Absolutely, nationwide.
And I said that's great. But then there are the few that fall in between the cracks, and that's where you go and make a difference in reaching out for those ones who are not equipped for the traditional education system.
That's right. And we do have some programs in our school division, specifically programs at Pace East, Pace West, New Directions, New Dominion. These are programs that exist in our schools that provide services to our non-traditional learners. So I see the partnership between Youth Outreach Services in Prince William County Schools specifically benefiting those students.
Those particular students. And you know, those are the kind of students that I like to reach out to.
I know that, Miss Liz. I do know that.
That's my passion. That's my love.
Yes.
And I started it because of students who end up coming to my house because of my sons, who are now grown out there with a life of their own. But I'm still getting the after effects, which is really wonderful.
Yeah.
Which is really wonderful. And that's when we came up with that idea to start the job readiness mentoring program for those individuals. But what I want to know now is, tell me, I know you love your job. You can see the passion, you can see the love that you have it. Are there anything that you said that you would like to improve?
Oh, absolutely. I think we wouldn't be human if we didn't have room for improvement.
Right.
And I think my biggest area of improvement would be to be more inclusive.
Okay.
In terms of reaching out to more partners that I'm not even aware exist.
Okay.
So hopefully that this broadcast today can help us to maybe make the awareness. As I said earlier, my role in this position is to really educate the community about what we do. And that we do encourage businesses and community organizations to come into our schools. It's part of our strategic plan. It's one of our goals, as a matter of fact, to engage the community and to engage businesses in our schools. So that being said, and that dedication from the school board down with that directive is very important to garnering those resources.
Right.
It's the template by which we work. And I think from my perspective, there's always room for more. There's more students that I don't know that need help. There's more programs that I don't know exist. And again, it's just to continue to add to that package.
That's right. And with this program, with Miss Liz and guests, we actually going to make it into like a reality show.
Nice.
Our goals is to be able to go in, and the partners that will be coming aboard to help, we're going to show them in action. They are going to be part of our, we said, year program. We have put together a whole program in which we want to have businesses to come in and work with us hands-on and show the youth as they progress from one step to the next. Because our 12-week program, it does deal with the businesses coming in, setting up workshops, seminars, having job fairs, and even showing the youth doing that hand-on application.
Well, and I think you've hit a key term. When you say hands-on, I'm very much a hands-on learner, and I'm sure, you know, we've all kind of identified our best learning style. But from my experience in working with students, while it's rather limited, but from hearing teachers in the classroom and hearing coaches that work with kids that do robotics and those types of activities, the impact that hands-on learning has is so much more great than reading it from a piece of paper or in a book, or if they're doing it, they're learning it.
Yes.
You learn by doing, and I think that is a key to what your program does, is it allows the students to go in and have those experiential type programs that they wouldn't necessarily have. And I think that you'll be very heartened to know that the schools are really interested in working with what you have to provide.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward to being able to work with them in doing this, putting together this, as we said, job creation / reality show.
Yep.
And I think the youth, the students, will also like being on TV, showing, it brings up their self-esteem.
Absolutely.
When they see, wow, I actually did that, you know. And that's the results that we get when they look back and go, I mean, I came from step A to step B. I can't believe that I came that far. And it doesn't take a long time. It's just really getting that concept. In other words, for instance, our first week, we actually sit down and say, what is stopping you from moving forward? And most of the time, they know already what is stopping them from moving forward. So then I said, okay, now tell me, what can you do to get from step A to step B? But do you really want to get from step A or step B, or am I just wasting my time? So they're going.
Do you get some serious answers when you ask that question?
Oh yes, we get some very serious answers.
Good.
We get some very serious answers. Say for instance, this one young man, I said, tell me something good. Tell me something good that you can do. And he looked at me and he said, there is nothing good. I can do nothing good.
I said, but that's not so. He said, why? I said, get up.
You just haven't found it yet.
I said, this is what I did. I said, get up. So he stood up from his seat. I said, will you walk over to me? He walked over to me. And I said, you just did something good. He said, what you mean? I said, you just obeyed an instruction. And he go, wow. And it never hit him, you know. He went, wow, that do make me feel good.
Oh, that's great.
You see, so it's the idea is planting the concept. You can make a difference, but you have to be the one to make that decision.
Right.
And
Can't be made for you.
can't be made for you, right? It's like another little young man that I was talking to, and he was saying, well, where I'm at now, I can't do nothing because I'm confined. I go, okay. In your confinement, I think it is now time for you to make preparation of what you can do so you will not be confined. And he looked at me, he said, you know what, you talk with someone with not a lot knowledge. I said, see again, see what kind of precept you came up with just me approaching you and letting you know what you have on the inside of you. So that's what is most important, is
Self-awareness.
Self-awareness, and that's what we do the first week.
That's awesome.
Self-awareness, what you can and cannot do, but what you want to do and do not want to do.
Establishing it's that thing we all go through when we're evaluating where we are in our lives. Here's the pros, here's the cons.
Yes.
And so you assist them with that technique.
That technique.
That's great.
Yes.
That's very good.
Yes. So that's one of the things that we're doing, I say, with the Job Readiness Mentoring Program. And then the best part is when we bring in the business mentors. Oh, I have a whole crew of young, as I say, professionals who just love coming in and sharing their expertise. It makes them feel good. They say, you know what, I felt good today. I mean, this young man actually responded to me. So we are getting a lot out of it, as well as the students.
If I may, another thing I hear from teachers all the time, and from folks who are in the classroom, that's their life. They say, you know, when someone from the outside comes in and they speak to our students, they get a very different reaction than I do when I'm here with them every day. So that person coming in from the outside is very valuable to our students.
Yes.
And I really see that as being hands-on learning being a big key to the success of this program. Secondly, the ability to have someone from the outside coming in and say, I care about you, let's make this work.
And that's the most important part.
Absolutely.
Because they know they are here because they really want to be here.
Right.
And they must really care enough to come to see me.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Welcome back to Miss Liz and Gas. Today I want to share with you some facts on high school dropouts in Prince William County. Grades 9 through 12, the dropout rate is about 2%. And that was in 2008. The national grades for 9 through 12 dropout rate in 2007 was 4.4%. And then there is the alternative schools, which include the populations of 19 to 20% of all alternative education students. These are the students who cannot fit in traditional learning atmosphere or environment. These are the students who are at risk, who have maybe behavioral problems, or maybe they have been in trouble with the law. These are the students that Youth Outreach Services are reaching out to. These are the students who are falling between the cracks. But in putting together our program, we also want to be able to use the students who are, as said, who can learn, we want them to be, as said, the mentors to the ones who are not able to work with the system. These students who are, say, above average, who are within the 56% who say moving forward, doing great things in the community. These are the students that we're looking for to come in and be a mentor to the other students. We do realize that positive peer pressure has a lot to do with working with the youth who are at risk. When the youth come to us, we like to assign them to two mentors, an individual their own age and a business mentor. In doing this, they can be able to relate to their peers who are their age, and then they'll be able to get guidance and direction from the business mentor. So in this way, we produce, I say, a very effective program, because in doing this, we can be able to reach out in many ways. We do it through activities, positive activities, recreations. We do it through, of course, like I said, the business mentoring program, the job readiness program, but we also do it through just hanging out, changing the youth atmosphere. Our goal is like some of the youth who might have fallen between the cracks and decided they want to go wayward or hang out with their old friends. What we're saying is, you be that positive force. You be that individual to go and bring your friends in to our program so they can see a change reaction in their lives. We see that working. In fact, one young man that we work with, his friends even said, hey, we see a difference in him. We see that this individual, and they said he was one evil person, but his whole attitude has changed. Why? Because he found a group of young people who saw him as an individual, very intelligent, and has a lot to contribute to the program. So we're saying, business sponsors, we have a group of young people that you can change their life. You can cause them to move forward in life, and you can cause them to even decide to go to college. Well, otherwise there would have been a statistic, there would have been a dropout. So we're asking you to just join forces with us as we reach out and touch and put that spark back into a youth life. Thank you. And now I'm going to go back to my special guest, Ms. Sharon Henry, and she's going to share with you how she's going to help me bring all those things and make it happen. All right, how about that, Sharon?
Well, I'm certainly going to try, Miss Liz, and together we're going to make it happen. It's never just one person making anything happen in this world. But I think what we can do together is work with some of our alternative education programs, as I said to you earlier.
Yes.
And then, again, to reiterate, I see my role here as the connector of the dots.
I see it too.
Yeah.
I do.
So I think what I can do is bring our folks that will benefit from your services to the table. But then on the other side of it, I see potentially bringing some businesses in to assist you with providing mentors.
Oh, that'd be
So,
wonderful.
yeah, I really think that's going to be my role here.
Okay.
Is I'll be kind of the intermediary, if you will, and connect from both sides of the fence
Yes.
to make this program work for our students. So I really thank you very, very much for the opportunity to work with you and to work with our students, and I know that they're going to be the beneficiaries of what you and I complete in the next coming years together.
That's right. It's not going to be just the first year.
No.
That could be our milestone.
That could be our milestone.
That's
right.
going to be our milestone. But it takes a very special person to be able to do what you're doing.
Likewise.
And I just want to thank you for even considering me to be partners with Prince William County Schools.
Well, you're helping our students, Miss Liz, and at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
Thank you.
Is making it work for them.
Thank you.
Oh, you're quite
Thank you so
welcome.
much.
You're quite
Thank
welcome.
you. And until next time, you have just been with Miss Liz and Gas. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing you again. So tune in for next time, because you never know what's going to happen with Miss Liz and Gas. What you have just seen is teens helping teens, changing their community through education and employment by participating in U5E Services Job Readiness Mentoring Program. And you can become involved and participate also. Hey, send us a teen, or let our teens advertise your business, or either businesses become our business mentoring partners with our teenagers, or do whatever you can do to help us change the community by sharing with us the positive things that you are doing. Give me a call, get into action, get involved, and come and be a part of U5E service, because we are reaching out, and you can help us reach out and change your life. 571-314-7503. And again, that number is 571-314-7503. I'm waiting for that call.